On the news tonight, the Taraba State Executive Council approves upward review of the ongoing Maraba Baisa Abong Road project. The Taraba State Governor swear in newly appointed public officers, inaugurate Road Safety Advisory Council. Plus, the Taraba State Chief Judge opens up on prison decongestion and his stand on erring judicial officers. Good evening, and once again, thank you for joining us on the news tonight. My name is Nancy Anthony Dogonya. Now the details. The Taraba State Executive Council has approved an upward review of the ongoing 82 kilometers Maraba Baisa Abong Road project from over 5 billion naira to over 6 billion naira. The State Commissioner of Information and Reorientation, Barrister Benjuma Adamu, who briefed Government House correspondent after meeting, said approval of the review was based on the significance of the route. Our correspondent, Solomon Bauro, reports.
Benjuma Adamu said that the Maraba Abong Road project is very critical to the heart of the state governor because of its importance to economic growth as a result of the Mambila hydropower project.
Maraba Baisa Abong Road project. This project is very strategic and strategic to the economic development of not only Taraba State but the whole nation because of the Mambila hydroelectric power project in Barut.
Explaining further, the Commissioner of Works, Honorable Irimia Ibrahim Ajude, disclosed that the contract was jacked up by CCECC, the construction company handling one of the 3 lots, as a result of inflation and the high cost of construction materials.
The contract sum was 5 billion, but he asked for an increment of another 1 billion, making the total of 6 billion. With some fractions. The reason was that, the contract was bidded for in 2017. And the contract agreement was signed in 2018. And advance payment to the contractor was made in 2019. So you can see the interval from the bidding to when the advance payment was given. So that was why in between the time there was an increment in the prices of construction materials. And that was why the complaint was heard and subsequently was brought before the Executive Council for approval. We are happy that the Executive Council have approved the upward review of the contract.
He said the road is very important because of its proximity to the site of the Mambila hydropower project. Honorable Hamanjude expressed optimism that the road project will be completed in a good time.
During the rainy season, the space within which the construction is going is slower than when it is during dry season. So one cannot say whether they will meet the deadline or not. But however, according to specification in the contract agreement, the contract is scheduled to be completed in 18 months.
The commissioner also expressed confidence that the federal government will reimburse the state for constructing the road, which is a federal government road since it is for the benefit of the people. From Government House, Solomon Bauro, TV Taraba News.
The Taraba State Governor, Architect Darius Dixon Ishaku, has sworn in newly appointed public officers in the state this Wednesday. Those sworn in are Permanent Secretary, House of Assembly Service Commission member, Commissioner 3 in the Local Government Council Commission, coordinators Yangtu and Gada Special Development Area, and inauguration of the State Road Safety Advisory Council. Solomon Bauro reports.
The oath of office of the appointees was performed by the State Chief Judge, Justice Philippus Andetru, as supervised by the State Governor, Architect Darius Dixon Shako, at the ESCO Chamber of Government House, Jalingo.
I, do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the government of Taraba State and the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
I, Mrs. Hannatu Benjamin,
Do solemnly swear that as Permanent Secretary in the service of Taraba State of Nigeria, I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
I,
Do solemnly swear that as
Special Development Area
in the service of Taraba State of Nigeria.
In his remarks, Governor Darius Dixon Shako, while congratulating them on the well-deserved appointment, also charged the appointees to discharge their respective duties with due diligence, humility, and commitment in compliance with the oath they have taken.
I employ them to work together and view this job as an opportunity to provide selfless service to their community rather than a means to obtain personal advantage. You will accordingly be expected to act as links between the government and the people on the ground. As you work to bring the people of Yantu and the people of Ngada together, honesty and responsibility should be your watchwords. If you are to be successful, I encourage you to think of the entire area as your constituency.
Governor Ishako encouraged them to work in synergy with other members to achieve results, as the task ahead of them is enormous.
Your responsibility is very critical. The House of Assembly and also in the Local Government Service Commission. You have to work assiduously and in synergy with your members of the board to make sure that you achieve results. Most often than not, people think appointments are given so that they can collect salary. But it's further than that. Also to put in your best for the state. Because after you leave, you have to leave a footprint in the sands of history. As to the permanent secretary, I will tell you that this is an opportunity for you to show and excel, particularly that in the civil service, a lot of the experienced hands have retired and they have gone. We're trying to fill the gap. Until I came on board, recruitment was banned in the state. I lifted it, and we started recruitment.
On the part of the State Road Safety Advisory Council, which is headed by the State Deputy Governor Alhaji Haruna Mano, Governor Ishaku said their inauguration is aimed at fashioning out possible ways of reducing senseless carnage on our ways.
I am pleased to inaugurate this high-profile council tasked with developing a new roadmap for safer traffic management in the state. Your appointment to the Road Safety Advisory Council, SARSAC, is based on your exceptional cognate experience. As a result, much is expected from you as we strive for better synergy with other stakeholders in the oversight of our roads.
He assured the Advisory Council of his full support and cooperation at all times to enable it to succeed in the tasks bestowed on them.
This responsibility is a big one, and I will expect a continuous review and a continuous report to us in government to know how you are performing, so that it will enable us either to make our own input or to bring to bear the comments of the public so that we can improve in managing the safety of the roads.
In the vote of thanks on behalf of others, Abdulaziz Bilyamino Chula, Commissioner 3 of the State Local Government Service Commission, while appreciating Governor Darius Dixon Ishaku for finding them worthy of the appointment, promised to be loyal and as well justify the confidence reposed in them.
Your Excellency, we promised to be loyal and committed to assign duties and responsibilities, and we will make sure we'll work and abide by all the constituted authorities to deliver on the mandate of your rescue mission.
Ms. Hannatu Danjuma was sworn in as Permanent Secretary. Abdulaziz Bilyamino Chula, Commissioner 3 Local Government Service Commission. Ms. Rachel Jesse Mankfan, Commissioner House of Assembly Service Commission. Mr. Emmanuel, Coordinator Yantu Special Development Area, and Pastor Joseph Titus Nagombe is that of Ngada Special Development Area. Members of the State Advisory Council of the Federal Road Safety include Alhaji Haruna Manu, Deputy Governor as Chairman. Other members are Commissioner of Works, Transport, Education, Health, Finance, Justice and Environment. Others are the State Planning Commission, Nigerian Society of Engineers. Federal Road Safety Sector Commander is to serve as the Secretary of the Council. From Government House, Solomon Baoro, TV Taraba News.
The management staff of the Public Complaints Commission in Taraba State were at the Taraba Television Corporation (TTV) to seek for partnership with the station in publicizing the activities of the commission in the states. The newly posted Public Complaints Commissioner to the states, Honorable Nuhu Sabo, who led the team, said the visit is necessary in view of the potency of media in reaching out to a large population. Our correspondent, Achon Sabo Denjima, reports.
According to the Public Complaints Commissioner, some members of the society are yet to get themselves acquainted with the mandate of the Commission, which hinders them from channeling their grievances and complaints to the Commission. He added that publicity support from the Taraba Television Corporation will go a long way in sensitizing the public to take advantage of its operations.
Far back as 1975. Unfortunately, many Tarabans do not know the existence of this commission. Even those that know the existence of the commission, they do not know the type of work that is performed in that commission. Maybe with the media, many of us will be able to know what type of work the commission is executing, and perhaps they will benefit from that. We are praying for your cooperation. We want to establish serious synergy with your media to enable us to do our work effectively. That is what brought us here, sir. Thank you very much.
In a remark, the Public Relations Officer of the Commission, Mr. Jerry Oliver, said the Commission was established in 1975 to redress administrative and social injustice in the country. He re-emphasized the need for Tarabans to patronize the Commission in seeking for redress over injustice meted out on them by government organizations or members of the society.
We have a whole range of things that we investigate. Delayed promotion, wrongful termination of appointment, illegal stoppage of salary, confiscation of land without compensation, and denial of death benefit or retirement benefits. All these things are what we do.
Responding, the General Manager, Taraba Television Corporation (TTV), Engineer Bryson Ahmed Ben, declared the corporation's readiness to support the Commission in propagating its activities in the state and urged them to take advantage of its programs to reach out to the public.
We in TV Taraba, we always leave our doors open so that issues will be resolved without problem. As a mark of goodwill, we have a program platform. So we'll invite you maybe to talk to Tarabans. You and maybe, if you like, invite a member of your management. You and your organization can talk to Tarabans on the work being handled by you, all the issues, and then so that and then maybe your mission statement and all the goals that you want to achieve before you leave. I think you will have a 30 minutes program. It's called Platform.
The commissioner decorated the general manager with the commission's badge, mandating him to serve as an ambassador of the commission in the state. Achon Sabodanjuma, TV Taraba News.
The General Manager, Taraba State Broadcasting Service, TSBS engineer Theophilus Andeyarka, has charged members of the Radio, Television, Theatre and Art Workers Union, Ratao, in the states to discharge their duty in line with the civil service rules and regulations. The General Manager gave the charge this Thursday when he received the state officials of the union in his office in Jalingo. Our correspondent, Dokas Ngantef, reports.
General Manager TSBS Engineer Theophilus Andeyarka, as officials of a body like Ratao, they should lead by example, adding that as men and women of the paint profession, the society looks up to them for sound examples. Engineer Theophilus Andeyarka commended the Ratao leadership for steering the affairs of the union without rancor and efforts put in place to address the plight of members through good working relationship with the state government. He also used the visit to commend the state government for supporting TSBS and other government media houses with the needed equipment to reach out to the people of the state and beyond.
If in Ratao, all of us, whether in program, whether in engineering, whether in admin, whether in account, you are always making sure that things are done correctly. So Ratao, reach out to NUJ and make sure that you change, you rescue civil service by your efforts.
Engineer Theophilus Andeyarka appealed to the state government to come to the aid of the station in providing conducive working environment for the staff following the destruction of the station during the NSAS protests. Earlier in his address, the Taraba State Chairman of the Radio, Theatre and Art Workers Union, Ratao, Comrade Ezekiel Amos Waziri, appealed to the state governor, Architect Darius Dixon Ishaku, to reconstruct the office complex of the TSBS destroyed during the NSAS protest in the country.
Ratao is glad that His Excellency, the Governor, Darius Dixon Ishaku, is doing his best. I want to use this medium to remind His Excellency of the state of the Taraba State Broadcasting Service.
According to him, the TSBS staff needs a befitting office accommodation to perform and deliver on their mandate as expected. Dorcas Ngantem, TV, Taraba News.
Taraba State Command of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps has paraded 3 suspects. This and other reports will come your way after this break. Please stay tuned.
Taraba State is the most peaceful state in the northeast sub-region of Nigeria. We enjoy tremendous peace as a result of our collective resolve to say no to any form of breach of the peace we cherish. Time has come for us to further fortify on the existing peace by knowing our neighbors and monitoring influx of persons into our communities. We need to concretize our security surveillance and ensure that people of questionable characters do not take advantage of our kindness and hospitality to migrate into their state to mastermind their evil plans or cause mayhem to our people. Good people of Taraba State, we can only go about our normal activities freely if we are vigilant and equally report suspicious and questionable elements in our midst to the relevant security agencies nearest to us. Do not sell land, properties, or rent your houses to unknown persons. Be vigilant, be alert. This message is from the Office of the Executive Governor, Taraba State.
Welcome back. This is TV Taraba News at 7:30, coming to you live from our studio here in Jalingo. The Taraba State Chief Judge, Justice Beatrice Philibus Abetu, says machinery has been put in place to decongest correctional centers in the states. Chief Justice Beatrice Philippus Andetu made the disclosure this Thursday while speaking in an exclusive interview with TV Taraba News. Maikano Estefano reports.
According to the Chief Judge, members of the bench working with the state judiciary have been warned against unnecessary adjournment of cases which always lead to overcrowding of correctional centers in the state. He also warned judges in the state that connive with complainants to file their cases during weekend just to punish suspects to desist from the act, adding that any judge caught will face the wrath of the law. Speaking further, Justice Andetur stressed that the judiciary in the state is out to ensure transparency, fairness, and impartiality in the administration of justice.
We are part of the society. The ills of the society affect us. But we are trusting God with the processes put in place. God will help us to weed out those who are trying to spoil the system and keep it clean.
He declared that anything contrary to this vision will not be entertained, as justice is not only seen to be delivered, but must also be said to be delivered. Speaking on the ongoing controversy over indiscriminate granting of ex parte order, Justice Andetur warned judges not to allow themselves to be misled by politicians to satisfy their personal interest, because administration of justice must be guided by constitutional provisions. According to him, of recent, one of the judges in the state faced disciplinary action for misconduct, warning members of the bench to ensure compliance with the laid down rules and regulations of their job.
A judge was put on interdiction in Taraba. The problem is some of these judges, as a result of corruption, he knows very well that he doesn't have the jurisdiction to hear that case. But maybe because he has been compromised, he now chooses to handle a matter that is beyond his powers. That one is clear illegality. And if it is established, a judge can be dismissed.
The Chief Judge said it is the responsibility of every member of the bench to protect the integrity of the judiciary, emphasizing that any judge who undermines the credibility of the court or the judiciary in Taraba State will not go scot-free from penalty. Maikano Stephanus, TV Tarabanese.
Now to security matters. The Taraba State Command of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps has paraded 3 suspects accused of various criminal offenses. Hassan Garba was at the parade and now reports.
According to the State Commandant of the NSCDC, Commandant Uguja Edwin, one of the 3 suspects, Etabo Louise Waya, aged 29, defrauded a 59-year-old woman the sum of 686,000 naira using her cell phone. According to the commandant, the suspect has been taking money from the account of the woman until the luck ran out of him.
Intermittently, the young man was withdrawing it from her bank account. Not knowing to the woman, unknowingly to the woman, the young man was withdrawing the money in piecemeal until luck ran out of the young man. The woman went to the bank, printed a statement of account, and then it was found out that it was this young man that is withdrawing her money from the bank. And then my men arrested him.
The 2 other suspects, a 20-year-old Babangida Yahaya and an 11-year-old minor, Usman Awal, were apprehended for vandalizing air conditioner at the Jolinyami Stadium in Jalingo, the state capital.
They are involved in vandalism of air conditioner materials from Jolinyame Stadium in Jalingo, my 6th year. So they were arrested by our anti-vandal team.
The suspect, in an interview with TV Taraba News, confessed to their crimes.
I was brought here over What did you do?
Taking money from an elderly woman's account.
How did you do it?
That is through the handset.
Ina neman baban bola ne.
Baban bola? So me kai tukuna aka kawo ka nan?
An kama wani yaro ne da kaya ya ce ni yake sayarwa. Sai aka kirawo ni aka ce in zo. Sai muka zo ni da abokanai na a mashin. Sai suka tafi suka bar ni.
The commandant disclosed that the 3 suspects will soon be charged to court. Hassan Garba, TV Taraba News.
And that concludes the news in English. Before we go, let's quickly remind you that COVID-19 can lead to serious illness and death in people over the age of 50 or those with conditions such as diabetes and hypertension. Thanks for watching. From the team here is good night.
Barka da warhaka, mai Kano Stefani suke dauke da fasarar labarun cikin harshen Hausa. Majalisar Zattaswa ta jiha ta amince da sake sabunta yawan kudaden gina hanyar mararraba ba isa zuwa Abau daga biliyan 5 zuwa fiye da biliyan 6 ga fasarar rahoton Sulaiman Bawuru. Honorable Danjuma Adamu, kwamishinar ma'aikatar yada labaru na jiha, ya bayyana haka wa manema labaru bayan zaman majalisar. Ya ce hanyar da ta kai kilomita 82 za ta taimaka matuka wajen bunƙasa tattalin arzikin jiha da ma kasa baki daya. Honorable Irmiya Ibrahim Hamman Julde, kwamishinan ma'aikatar ayyuka, ya ce sabunta kwangilar ya zama dole ganin koke daga kamfani da ke gudanar da aikin. Ya ce za a kammala aikin kan lokaci, akwai kuma tabbacin gwamnatin tarayya za ta mayar wa gwamnatin jiha kuɗi da ta kashe wajen gyaran hanyar. Architect da Rizik ne shako gwamnan jihar Taraba ya buƙaci wasu talakai da yaran sar a kwanan nan da su zama da himma wajen cin kyawawan manufofin gwamnati. Ga fasarar rahoton Salamun Bahuru kuma. Waɗanda aka rantsar akwai uwar gida Hannatu Danjuma a matsayin babban sakatare, Abdulaziz Bilyaminu Shula kwamishina na 3 a hukumar ƙananan hukumomi na jiha, uwar gida Rachel JC kwamishina a hukumar majalisar dokoki ta jiha, Malam Emmanuel shugaban yankin Yamtu da Pastor Joseph Tatus na Gombe shugaban yankin Gada. Haka ma an rantsar da mambobin majalisar mashawarta kan rage hasuran hanya da Alhaji Haruna Manu mataimakin gwamnan jiha shine shugaba. Sannan mambobin kwamitin sun hada da kwamishinonin ma'aikatar kuɗi da na ayyuka da sufuri da ilimi da kiwon lafiya da shari'a da na ma'aikatar muhalli. Honorable Abdulaziz Bilyamin Shula da ya yi jawabi a madadin waɗanda aka rantsar ya yaba matuka, ya kuma ce za su kawo nasu gudunmawa wajen ci gaban jihar Taraba da al'ummanta. Honorable Nuhu Sabo, sabon kwamishinan hukumar gabatar da koke-koke ta ƙasa da ke jihar Taraba, ya buƙaci ɗasawa da gidan talabijin na jiha. Ya bayyana hakan ne a lokaci da ya jagoranci wasu ma'aikatan hukumar zuwa ziyara ta musamman wa shugaban gidan talabijin na jiha. Honorable Nuhu Sabo ya ce akwai mutane da dama da ba su da masaniya kan ayyukan hukumar, wanda hakan ya zama babban cikas ga rayuwarsu ganin yadda ake taka haƙoƙinsu a hanyoyi mabambanta. Ya ce gidan talabijin na jiha na da rawar takawa wajen wayar da kan mutanen jiha kan manufofin hukumar. Mr. Jerry Oliver, jami'in hulɗa da jama'a na hukumar, ya ce an kafa hukumar tun shekara ta 1975, a don haka ya buƙaci al'umman jiha da su rika ziyartar ofishin hukumar don gabatar da koke-kokensu don ɗaukan matakai da suka cancanta. Injiniya Bryson Ahmad Ben, shugaban gidan talabijin na jiha, ya yaba da ziyarar, ya kuma bayyana cewa gidan talabijin na jiha a kullum na shirye domin ɗasawa da kungiyoyi da hukumomin gwamnati da ke da kyawawan manufofi domin ci gaban al'umma. Justice Bitrus Philibus Anditu, babban alkalin jihar Taraba, ya bayyana cewa an kammala shirye-shirye don rage cunkoson 'yan zaman gidan yari da ke jihar nan. Justice Anditu ya bayyana haka ne a wata ganawa da wakilinmu a yau. Justice Bitrus Philibus Anditu, babban alkalin jiha, ya bayyana juyayi dangane da yawan ɗage shari'a da alkalai ke yi. Ya ce yin haka shi ke kare cunkoson gidan yari. Ya buƙaci alkalai da ke haɗa baki da wasu masu ƙara a ƙarshen sati don horas da masu laifi da su ƙaurace wa yin haka ko su fuskanci fushin shari'a. Da ya ce ofan dangane da jayayyar kan umarnin kotu da ya zama ruwan dare a ƙasar nan, ya gargaɗi alkalai da su ƙaurace zama ƙarin farautar 'yan siyasa don maido da darajar aikin shari'a a ƙasar nan. Hukumar kare fararen hula ta ƙasa da ke jihar nan ta gabatar da wasu talikai da ta cafke da laifuka mabambanta. Ga fasarar rahoton Hassan Garba. Kwamanda Ogwaja Edwin, shugaban rundunar kare fararen hula a jihar nan, da ya gabatar da waɗanda aka cafke da laifuka mabambanta, ya ce akwai Itabo Louis Waya dan shekara 29 da ya sata fiye da naira 686 na wata mace mai shekara 59 ta wajen amfani da salularta. Sannan wasu biyu daga cikin waɗanda aka gabatar ɗin akwai Babangida Yahaya ɗan shekara 20 da wani yaro ɗan shekara 11 da suka saci na'urar sanyayawa wato air condition a dandalin wasa na Joliyame da ke Jalingo. Waɗanda aka gabatar ɗin sun tabbatar da laifuka da suka aikata. Ya abinda za mu ya kawo muku, sai kuma gobe Allah kare za mu kawo muku sabbin labaru sai da safe.